I don't know how you're going to enjoy this media, but I assume that you will. And so sit back, relax, or get to doing those dishes, and we're going to get to having a conversation. Now, William, you like to do a bit of exercise, don't you?
I do, yeah.
What exercise have you been doing recently?
Well, I've started, so we have a bench press and like some basic gym equipment at home. So I use
So you just have a bench?
Yeah, bench.
Is it inclinable, adjustable, or
yeah.
love an adjustable
so
bench?
we've got weights with that, we've got a squat rack, we've got a...
Sorry, what weights do you have? Do you have barbell or dumbbells or...
both, yes.
Both. What plates do you have?
They go up to 11, which is a weird number for us to go up to.
11 kilo?
Yeah. So we've got, because we got it all from Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 10s, we've got 2 9s, and we've got 2 11s.
2 11s?
I don't know why those numbers, but that's what we've
got. Sure. Probably accounting for bar?
Well, the bar's 10.
Yeah. So. What? I don't know. Sure.
Yeah. Well, when we need more, we can get more.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Nice.
that's what we mainly use.
Dumbbells.
And then I also do like bodyweight workouts.
Bodyweight workouts.
Yeah.
With the weight of your body. What is the weight of your body?
It's a weird thing to put up early in the podcast. It's about 70 kilos at the moment.
About 70 kilos.
I don't know if it changes.
You not have a weekly check-in or?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a Thursday morning. Go to the toilet first, got to get as low as you can, and then weigh. So my last weigh, I was 93 kilos. So a little bit extra from Christmas.
Yeah.
I think, like, my aim for this year is to get down to 80, but that's dramatic, I think.
Just to address what you said at the start of the podcast, so this episode will be releasing in the morning, when you say good afternoon, and it's also morning when we're filming.
Yeah. But our audience can watch it at any time.
True.
Just because it's released in the morning doesn't mean they have to watch it in the morning.
So
they could watch it in the evening.
I was thinking
So
about
I
this.
thought our audience members who have waited to the end of a busy Saturday to then sit down and watch this. Good evening.
Well, I was thinking about this. Well, you said afternoon.
Afternoon,
evening.
Evening next time.
Okay, so because if there's people watching the premiere, that's going to be in the morning. We're in the morning. There's people after work or whatever they're doing in the afternoon. There's people late at night because a lot of people that follow us.
Could wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy Tuesday,
So
everybody.
what I think we should do, we should say good 24. Is it good 24 hours?
Good 24.
Good 24.
You can do that. I think that sounds terrible.
All right.
I'm not going to do it.
All right. I'll do it. You won't. You just
Sure.
confuse everyone.
Yep. Well, good 24, everybody. And
Catch you.
yeah. So what are we going to be talking about today? You're exercising. How's your muscle gain going? Like, what's your measurable gains on your muscle gain?
I really don't have any measurements or anything. I haven't got around to figuring it out. It's getting better. It's mainly just like after I shower, I'm just like, oh, that's better or worse. And normally it's better.
Yeah. So, are you talking about straight afterwards, like you're getting a pump, or do you mean generally after a month you go, oh, actually, there's more muscle here. There's more. Yeah.
And there's also like if I'm doing an exercise, I'm like, oh, I can do a higher weight than I used to be able to do, or I feel like I can do more reps easier. That's also a good indicator.
That's probably the key measurement I was going to talk about. Okay. So talking key exercises, a flat chest press.
Yep.
What are you pressing?
I think last time I did it was maybe about 60, I think.
60 kilos?
That's not very high.
That's very reasonable. How many reps are you doing?
Three sets of 10 reps.
3 sets of... Yeah, doing 60 kilo and 10 reps, that's fantastic. That's good. So I'm assuming they're barbell.
Yeah.
Rather than the dumbbell. The bar. Nice. Yeah, okay. I like doing dumbbells for chest press for a few reasons, because I feel like there's more stability that you need to supply, whereas the bar supplies a bit for you.
Our dumbbells go up to 10, so we're in that now. I have been meaning to get some heavier dumbbells, but I haven't got around to that yet. Yeah.
Well, I've slipped a lot after December. December was a crazy time. I hardly went to the gym for December, and I missed it. But just this week I was doing dumbbells, did 27.5 dumbbells, and so just behind you. There you go. I like to do more than 3 sets though of exercises. I think 5 is a good number.
Right.
Particularly pushing into failure.
Yeah.
Like I want a weight heavy enough that I can't do 10.
I've seen. I've been thinking about transitioning to failure sets more.
Yeah.
I'm just always trying to figure out like how to schedule things in. Stuff.
Yeah. Because what are your plates?
Plates.
Yeah. What's your lightest plate that you have to put on your barbell?
Well, we have a pair of 1 plates, but then we have a few 2.5s and a couple of 5s.
Okay, so you've got a fair bit of gradation there to add little bits.
I think going into the future, we definitely need to get more, because like half of them are broken and falling apart, and like the rocks and stuff that inside them are pouring out and stuff.
Well,
so yeah, it's
why are these 5s so light? Whoa.
So that's what we need to fix, but
yeah. Cool. You do a bit of an incline chest press?
I haven't started doing incline chest press yet.
That's my favourite.
I've thought about it. I have been doing decline push-ups though.
Okay,
so where your legs are much higher than like your body, especially. I think. Or is it? Would it be called decline or incline? I don't
care.
But doing those with diamond push-ups, that's what I'm starting to do. Yeah.
See, I don't like push-ups. I love chest press. Hate push-ups. I find push-ups. They're using slightly different muscles.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating the difficulty there. When I'm
body weight is also like much harder than like gym equipment, in my opinion. As someone who does both.
Yeah.
Not a lot to the standard where I can make an expert opinion whatsoever. But there's a lot more, like what you said about when you're doing like a dumbbell press, like you need a lot more control and that kind of stuff. You need a lot of control when you're doing like any body weight.
Yeah. Maybe I should add some more push-ups into the whole routine.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah. Very good. Alright, so not doing so many inclines. I like inclines. I do feel like there's even a visual thing in the pump that I can see.
It does work up.
It's much, there's a lot more going on up here than just down here. Yeah. I feel like I've got buzzies enough as it is. Like I want to have pecs. So it's pushing into that space to make sure I'm hitting the muscles up here. Cool. Alright, so you're normally doing flat chest press, about 60 kilo, 3 sets of 10.
Yeah.
I reckon that sounds like you could jump up to 70 kilo. If you're doing 3 sets of 10.
I'm just getting to 60. But yeah.
I'm achieving the 10. Yeah. Are you failing it before 10?
No.
Or no, okay. Yeah, so you can go up to 70. I think if you're getting somewhere between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
So like if you're going, okay, I'm failing at 5, maybe that's time to go back down. But if you can get 7 in, then that's a good growth range that you can get up to 10. And then once you're doing 3 sets of 10, do 5 sets of 10, then you can, once you're doing 5 sets of 10 comfortably, then you add on the next one. Add on more weight. Nice. Very good. What other things do you do with the barbell?
Well, because there's a straight barbell which I use for bench, but then also when I do squats, we've got like a curved one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not curved, it's like bumps up and down. I don't know why it's like the way, like it's a straight line, but then there's like up, down, up. It's kind of...
Are you sure it's not an easy bar that's meant for curls?
It might be meant for curls or something, but it's just been on the squat rack, and then like it kind of fits like a yoke sometimes. So that's just what I use, and I find it easier. I don't know.
All right. It sounds like you're using an easy curl bar,
I think
which is then meant to give you the angle on the bar that you can.
I think it's meant for that.
And you're using it. Okay. It sounds like you could just be using your normal bar. Anyway.
Probably, but then because we've got 2 of them, so it's easy. I can leave one on the bench and then.
Yep. Okay. And so how much are you doing on your squat?
Probably about 60 or more.
60 or more? Yep. Very nice. I've been using the squat machine at the gym, and I've been a bit like, how does this relate? Like, is this is just taking my body weight out of it.
Mm.
So I'm doing whatever weight I'm doing.
How does the squat machine work?
Like you're sitting down and you push the plate away from you.
Oh, right.
And then you're lifting the stack next to you. So it's very adjustable.
Yeah.
And I think that's, in terms of going up in my squatting weight, I'm liking that adjustability. But I think I need to shift soon to do different things. Actually, the main thing I do for legs is not even squats. But anyway. What other things do you do for legs apart from squats?
Well, I've started doing like Bulgarian split squats.
Oh, I love Bulgarian split squats. I mean, I hate them, but I love them.
Like ankle raise things. We've got another machine. I don't know the name of it. It's something that you can use for like tricep pull downs, I think they're called. But it's got a
you got some kind of cable machine.
Yeah. There's also a seat and a thing where you can put your legs in and then lift your legs up and down.
Okay, yeah.
So I've been using that, and that's also about probably 65, I think.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know.
You do some lat pull downs with that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. My main thing I'm doing with legs at the moment is with the cable machine. Can you adjust the cable to be coming from the ground?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So from the ground, standing next to it with a strap around my ankle, lifting my leg outwards.
Oh, right.
So
kind of like a...
kind of like side lying leg lift, but with weight and going up. So that one I'm like, this is significantly harder than doing it just body weight, but that's good.
Yeah.
That one definitely, I'm like, I can feel and see the difference of that.
Yeah.
I think because what I'm mostly trying to aim for at the moment is knee stability muscles. So that's building the outside of the thigh. Then I turn it around and do the other way, so that I'm doing the inside of the thigh. And I'm just trying to surround my knees because I'm an old man now, and my knees get sore whenever I do stuff. I got my wife a piston stepper machine.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were looking at like a walking pad for in the living room, but then none of the couches are tall enough for it to slide underneath. I was like, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
The whole idea of the walking pad is that you can just slide it out of the way. So I got this stepper, which can fit underneath one of the chairs, but then that's a chair, so it's the right size for it. But oh my goodness, I did 25 minutes yesterday. I think pretty low intensity, but I was cooked from it. And afterwards, I'm like hobbling around the house just because my knees are so sore. That's probably not friendly to the joints. I don't know. This is what I like about going heavy, that you only use your joints one time and then they have a rest. Like it's good. Whereas this was 25 minutes of using my knees, and my knees just like, no, don't do this to me. But anyway, cool. Right, so we've done chest and legs. What about pull? Already mentioned lat pull downs.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing, my days are split into chest, core, and legs.
Just core and legs, no pull.
Well, because like the pull, a lot of like the pull often happens on like the chest and like upper body. So it's like a mix of push and pull. I was more separating it between like muscle groups and those kind of things rather than
so balance together. So you do triceps and biceps together.
Yeah. So it's basically like chest, upper body, like arms. All that happens on one day, and then I give that a rest. And then I do core. Some days I'll do. Well, I'm kind of working out like a new routine for this year, that I can just fit more in really. And it gives me more time for calisthenics and stuff. So early in the week, when I have my chest days and stuff, that is chest. I do some like bench and stuff, but most of the focus is on calisthenics. But in the later in the week, I'll put most of the focus on like machines and that kind of stuff. Building muscle and then practicing using usable muscle.
Cool. So what are good core exercises? I do like zero core.
Jackknives, which is like basically you're getting your body and doing that. Or it's more like you're doing that. So that's good. Planks, that's good.
I do a plank every now and then.
3 minute plank is fun.
3 minute?
Yeah.
I do 1 minute, and that's not even hard. So, but then I'm bored. So there's a balance there. Those are the main ones. Side plank. I need to start doing side planks. I've been doing like side plank raises,
which like you're moving your hips up and down. But then I'm thinking about starting to do side planks. Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yep. No, is dragon flag? Is that what it's called?
I've-
Where you hold the post behind you and
Yeah.
you lift your legs.
I've seen that. I don't have the setup for that, and that's something I need to work towards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely, like the bench would be heavy enough or something. You just need a bit of floor space, maybe
Yeah.
a gym mat.
Mm. That's honestly the main thing that we need to fix that I need to fix about the gym that I've got at home is the floor space, because it's in Dad's shed.
Yep.
So it's covered with dust.
Get out of the way, Dad.
Occasionally,
We're trying to.
Well, it's in a corner like that doesn't get used too much.
Yeah.
But occasionally I've been like, oh, there's a bit of metal sticking out of my hand. That's odd.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we have a few like very thin foam mats, like the ones that are like puzzle pieces that can fit together.
Yep.
But I'm thinking like we need to get one like proper mat and stuff, because those move anytime you use them.
Yeah.
And like a lot of them are like old, so if I'm doing like a push up or something, half the time the mats will like split in half and like disconnect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. So even just like
yeah.
you can just get a cheap one at Kmart.
Yeah.
But just
Most-
one yoga mat that's together.
Big enough that can cover the space as well. So
We don't need to cover everything.
I would like,
You just need to cover your body.
yes, but I would like the whole space clear just for maximum. There's a bunch of different stuff I can do.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, it'll look neater.
A couple of things on the abdominals. I think the side lying leg lift or whatever I'm doing with the cable machine, that then is a
That's
significant hit of the obliques. And I think chest press. I'm more and more at the moment feeling it in my abs.
Right.
So I think because this is probably before I had a bit of a break over December, but as I was building up my weight that I was pushing, in order to hold my body stable, I was actually going, this is a significant step up for my abs, that it's not used to holding my body stable against this much weight.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty significant. Biceps. Do you ever do preacher curls with your adjustable bench?
I haven't. I've seen. I know what they are. I haven't started doing that yet. Most of my stuff is just doing the same things because I haven't gotten around to figuring out like a better routine.
Yeah.
That's something I'm working on.
So what do you do for biceps?
Well,
Just standing curls or?
yeah, recently I started using one of the plates, because the plates weigh the same much as weigh as much as the dumbbells, if not more. So I've been doing like a lot of curls with those, but then I've been trying like different.
So two hand plate.
Yeah, two hand but I've also been trying to do it like that way instead. I've been doing like circles, like up. So I've been trying different movements with those. Just some variations. I found those have been good.
Yeah, nice. I think I've really loved the preacher curl. I think for doing one arm at a time, because like I'm always using my right arm to scoop up my kids and do everything. So this arm is so much stronger than this one. So it's good of being able to brace everything, feel the stretch down here, but with actually gravity working against, rather than being just vertical. And the curl's good. And then I go, oh, this is nothing when I get over to my right arm because I'm just using it all the time.
Yeah.
But the other one I've really liked is a W curl. I don't know what it's called exactly. I think I've heard people call it an Arnold curl. I don't even know what the guy who I've stolen it from calls it. But you get the incline bench and you're inclined and you turn your wrists outwards,
Right.
and then you curl like a W. And that one, it hits something different. I don't know what, but that gets a good stretch. And I think because like it stretches out some of the shoulder and takes the shoulder out of the way. I think sometimes I see that in the mirror at the gym, in the preacher curl, that I'm like, oh, my shoulder's engaged. How do I stop my shoulder engaging? I don't know, that's tricky. But with that one, shoulder's just disengaged. So I'm a big fan of that fella. Triceps, actually. We didn't talk about triceps with chest.
Well, diamond push-ups is the way that I hit triceps. So those are good. Yeah. I think I've stopped doing normal push-ups. I've just moved I like moved up to double push-ups, and now I'm doing with the incline.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I like skull crushers for the triceps. I just think they're brilliant. So I'm going pretty light. I think I used 9 kilos the other day, but because I've already done my chest press, so I assume like I've engaged them a bit, so my triceps aren't starting fresh. So I start kind of light, and then just doing the 9s. I think my first set I did 15 or something, but then my second set I'm barely making it to 10. My third set I'm hitting 7. That's where I do 3 sets. A muscle that's already fatigued, and then dropping out. Nice. All right, I think we've hit most things.
Yeah.
How do you go for doing a pull-up?
Good. Yeah.
Good. That's my dream. I want to do a pull-up, but I weigh too much as well. So I've got to.
Well, you can start with
I've got to lift 90 kilos. You have to lift 70.
Yeah. Well, you can start with like negative push-ups. So you start like in the up position, and then you're controlling yourself as you go down.
Yeah.
You can use like resistance bands and those kind of things to help make it easier.
Yeah. Well, the gym has a weight fella support, so you take 20 kilos off. And it's easy. I just need to lose 20 kilos and I can do pull-ups.
Well, you can build up this. I think it would be better to build up the strength again.
Yeah. And that's a bit like the lat pull down and everything. It's aiming to build those muscles. So it's good. So with your exercising, how then are you also feeding your muscles after you've?
Well, so for breakfast, so after a workout, shower and everything, like I do a hybrid. So like, it's cold, hot, cold, because I used to do hot, cold, and then like some people, like, it's really weird that you have a hot shower soon right after you work out, and like, you know what? Yeah, no, it is a little bit weird. So I'll have a cold shower to cool, like, so I get in, it's cold for 30 seconds, 15 seconds front and back, so because we have a diagonal shower, so I turn around in 15 seconds.
Diagonal shower.
Yeah. Then it's warm water for a bit, soak and everything. Then I do 15 seconds both sides, cold water again, and that's my shower. But for breakfast, I've got a smoothie like maker thing from my aunt and uncle. So I've been having, it's got banana, mixed fruit, some milk, Greek yogurt, some flaxseed meal, because apparently it's good for like fiber and hair and stuff. So I've been having that, and then 3 raw eggs.
3 raw eggs.
Yes. It's been the morning. Sometimes I might have something like else to eat with that, but yeah. That's what I have each morning. Oh, and a little bit of cinnamon. I don't know how much the cinnamon helps the taste, but it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of protein in cinnamon. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's for the taste, not the.
Yeah, not the gains. Right, cold showers. There was a time where I was doing cold showers, and I would just blast it cold shower.
Yeah.
And I would wash myself everything in the cold shower. And I think after the 30 seconds, there was a point where I got used to it and I was comfortable.
Yeah.
And get through to all my shower. But I stopped doing it and I'm soft now. I don't want to go back. It's gross.
At one point, when I was a little bit younger, I was doing a lot more calisthenics and stuff. And then I found out of everything. I'm starting to get back into it now. At one point I was doing, so it was hot when I first got in the morning, and then cold, and then I got out in the morning, and then but like in the evening I had another one where I started cold and then went hot, and I've started to get back into doing that mainly because I've been going for runs and stuff in the evening. So then I've had the cold and then I've gone into hot. It's really good to finish this doesn't make like sense when you just hear it, but like biologically it makes sense. Cold showers actually warm your like internal body temperature up more than hot showers do, because we're endotherms, your body's natural response to cold exterior is to increase internal body temperature, and your body has to lower its internal temperature for you to be able to go to sleep properly. So if you finish
a hot shower, your body will start cooling itself. You'll be right for sleep.
And hot showers are also really good for like muscle relaxation and all that kind of stuff. So
see, this is the thing. I have a hot bath sometimes. This is my relaxed day off activity thing. Either I have hot bath or I've got like a sweat tent. Like it was sold as a sauna, but it's not a sauna. Like it's a little kettle that feeds steam into the little sweat tent. And I like those. I think the bath I end up managing to get hotter, but after that, because I've had the bath so hot, I'm just cooked for ages. And so I'm going and sitting in the backyard in the middle of winter, be like, so hot. So it's true to a point until you cook yourself, at which point you've raised the temperature of everything by whatever the bath is set to, which I don't check. I'm like, I've not died, so must still be space, bit of headroom. Love a hot bath. Nice. Yeah, because I've read and heard all this stuff about different temperature treatments. But in the end, I'm just like, I just like hot. And then as soon as it's summer, I start complaining.
I was reading, I think it might have been the Spartans. But it was some like, I think it was Rome.
This is Sparta.
I think it was the Spartans. The Spartans weren't Roman, sorry. The Spartans were very much Greek.
Sorry to our Spartan viewers. Spartans are not Greek, they're Spartans.
Well, it's part of Greece. Sparta was a place in Greece. They were Greek, but they like had conflict and disagreement with the Athenians, the other Greeks.
Yeah.
They weren't Romans.
Macedonia is basically Greece.
Okay, so Spartans.
In terms of a small geographic area where people are not each other,
they were Greeks.
They were proudly Spartans before they were Greek.
Well, yes, in the same way that Athenians were proudly Athenian before they were Greek. In the same way a Texan is proudly Texan before they were American. Well, not the same because
I think there's a distinction there. That a Texan would say that they're a true American.
Yes, but they would say that, especially historically, a Texan would say they're a Texan before they would say they're American.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking at like
city-states.
Especially the Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War, people were, especially in the South, they were a lot more loyal to the state before they were loyal to the federal. Well, that's what federalism is. It's like America is a republic of republics.
Yeah. Same as Australia.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. All our states are states.
Our states are not nearly as autonomous as
Okay.
Yeah.
But historically, anyway. I think also because all our states saw themselves as English anyway. So I think that's probably a bit of a distinction.
We all saw us as like colonies of Britain, and then
even as states, even after Federation, people still saw themselves as English. Even going to anyway.
What I was going to say about Spartans is like they had a thing where
Spartans are Spartans.
Well, the thing is, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know if it was the Spartans. It was some ancient like group, but when like the soldiers when they were training stuff, they weren't allowed to have like warm baths or like showers or anything. It was viewed as like a weak thing like to do.
Soft.
Soft. Exactly.
None of these herbivore men here.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's a little bit the stoicism of having cold showers and that. There is an element wrapped up in that of I'm not soft. I'm doing something hard. Particularly something hard to start the day.
Which I think is actually a pretty good thing. I have noticed like I feel a lot better and more focused when I've had a cold, like when I finish a shower cold in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did see something like the hybrid showers actually give you more of a, not a hit, but like they actually enhance that feeling because your body has to like adapt quickly after the temperature.
Yeah, nice.
So when you were mentioning the like Australia when we were states and everything, I was thinking about, I've often thought about this. So America, maybe not so much now, but definitely historically, they had very much a strong sense of what America was and what it meant to be an American. Like American philosophy was like very particular. To my knowledge, I don't think Australia has ever been to that degree of having a sense of itself. Like
our identity was English.
Our identity was English, and then even after like Federation, we were still like because America, they went to war with Britain to proclaim their identity and stuff, and to make them and like originally like the Civil War was no, we're British citizens and you're not treating us as such, you're not giving us the same rights in court, etc., etc. And then there's the whole taxation, that representation thing. But it very much turned into like no, we're like Americans and everything, and American patriotism, and then.
But I think the American Civil War then created a lot of identity because they then have solved an issue for themselves.
Yes, because
that creates their own individual thing. Because I think our identity comes through the Anzac spirit
Yes,
of
I agree.
actually we feel a bit hard done by the English. We were not looked after by the English in World War One. Gallipoli being sort of the key moment of that, of being dropped on the wrong beach.
When I was talking to someone, I was like having a debate with someone talking about like, no, I think Australians should be patriotic and stuff, and I care a lot. And I mentioned like there's, especially for a lot of Australians, the same blood that was shed into Gallipoli flows through our veins now. And a lot of people have that attachment, especially on like days like Anzac Day and Remembrance Day. We have an attachment to that event. And like their rebuttal was like, well, Gallipoli was like a failed like military initiative, and like, I know it was like, no one's arguing that it was successful. Like,
That's
like,
the whole Anzac spirit.
But the whole thing
don't
is like,
give up.
Yeah, like the whole like, they died doing something futile, and they died anyways, and they were still courageous in doing so. And like that's kind of the point. And like I'm not saying that like to be an Australian you should go out and die for no reason. Obviously that's what I'm saying. But like we should have the utmost respect for people that die for the country. They thought what they were doing was going to be successful. It was a diversion. And even if they like, even at the end they figured out that it wasn't going well, they still did it anyways because they still had a loyalty and commitment to the country. I think that was a good thing. I also think, talking about Anzacs, we have letters and on records from like all over, like all other ally groups, like from the British, the French, the American, the Canadian, talking about how you always wanted like an Anzac behind you because Anzacs were trusted. They always were trusted to have your back. They always were trusted to cover you no matter what. And obviously that's not saying like the American or French, or maybe not the French, but the American or the British soldiers never had never give up spirit. But there's something like unique about the Anzacs in their commitment and loyalty to one another. Because I think if we're talking about like fundamental Australian values, and like we haven't had as clear of a declaration as, because Americans have like a declaration of their values and their system in a very different way to what Australia has. But Australia over time has kind of formed we kind of formed a culture, and I still like, because I remember growing up in it. I think we've lost it to a degree now. There are still many people who embody what we call the Anzac spirit, or like the Australian way, or Aussie, or whatever. But I remember it much more distinctly when I was young. But there are still elements of like loyalty and mateship is like very core to what has become like Australian ideals.
Yeah. There's you blast your mates, but you stick by them.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially Australian culture, as it maybe was.
And other cultures have that, like a lot of, especially like I think it's just like a lot of like guys, like regardless of culture, do that to each other. But there is a distinct thing like Australians do that as a broader collective.
See, I love seeing these on YouTube Shorts of like, hi, I'm an American in Australia. Here are the things that I've noticed.
Yeah.
And some of them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's terrible. Like I think it's a Canadian lady.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, winter in Canada, you like get home, you take all your puffer layers off and everything. Winter in Melbourne, you get home in like shorts and a t-shirt, and then you put your hoodie on and you start rugging up and cover up. And I'm like, oh yeah, terrible insulation, terribly designed houses.
I was talking with Mum in Darwin during this like summer, and like especially when it was really, really hot. Well, they don't really have a summer, like there's like the wet season, dry season. But when it's really, really hot and humid, well, they would have the aircon on all the time to stop mold getting around. But like during the summer, especially during the summer, they would bring hoodies and stuff to the movies because the movies would be freezing. Yeah. Because they would be blasting like incredibly cold aircon.
What a dream.
I've seen
and the Spartans are there going, yes, give it to me. Is that right? No true Spartans in Darwin. How embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting back to sort of your feeding, I think it's interesting. Okay. I asked you about feeding, and you went straight to cold water, but that's it was interesting. Yeah. That's interesting recovery. I've got here a little bit of research that I've done. What do you think is the cheapest protein around?
Oh, wait, I think I saw some video. It was like canned like chicken or something, and
oh no,
which sounds disgusting.
I mean, that's not in my list because I don't want to eat that. But that'll be pretty similar to canned tuna, won't it?
Yeah,
that's like 13th on my list.
Canned tuna, I have.
Sorry. Also, I'm talking about $1 per gram of protein.
Yeah. How else would you measure cheapest protein?
I don't know. I just want it to be clear.
Right. Okay. That's the most like assumed way of measuring it. But sure.
Yeah, I think this is $1 per the little can, versus you spend $20 on a kilo of chicken. Anyway, well, nearly 2 kilos of chicken.
Chicken's cheaper than like beef or steak.
That's true.
I think steak is far better than chicken.
More delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And I think
I've not rated it in like deliciousness per gram of protein.
I'd also argue it's better for you.
Yes.
Yes. It's a lot more nutrient dense than chicken.
Yeah. I've not been doing it for a little while, but my aim was to have like steak once a week.
I was, until like maybe a week or two ago, I was having steak more than once a week.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Money bags over here.
Well, no, because you could find. Well, it wasn't like proper steak, but like I think it's like a chuck beef or something. Like it's some it's some tougher cut that they use in like a lot of
It's normally a casserole cut or a mince cut.
Yeah, I've seen, like things talked about like slow cooking and stuff. But you could get like 500 grams for like $10 or something.
Yeah.
And like you could cut that into 2 or 3 steaks.
Yeah.
That would be a lot cheaper.
No mistake.
So it's so cheapest so cheaper than can of tuna, because you said tuna was
heaps.
okay. I don't really know the price range of protein powder, because I avoid. Well, it's not that I avoid. I just don't use protein powder or anything like that.
Nutrients added every day.
Yeah, I don't. To me, there's something like I prefer to get like people for almost all of human history managed to get food without supplements.
But this is a milkshake that took me like 2 seconds to put together. Yeah, I agree. I take 2 supplements.
Yeah.
Protein powders and creatine.
Yeah.
But this is so convenient.
No, I get that. I 100% get the convenience and everything. I just figure this got to be, like, people have been able to do it for this long. Like, surely we can keep doing it.
We're not sponsored by Bulk Nutrients.
No,
I'm made of Bulk Nutrients, but I'm not sponsored. Do you know, it took me ages to realise Bulk Nutrients was a pun. Because I was just looking for bulk as in value.
Yes.
I just want value protein powder because I want, essentially this table, I want the cheapest protein I can get and accessible. But it means bulk as in bulk up. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
I think it is properly a pun, that they are gunning for that pun, going for both those things. Yeah. But it's good. Right, come on, you got to guess. What's the cheapest thing? It's not an animal product. I'll give you that clue for free.
Well, there's an arm split between like some form of like bean or lentil or protein powder. I don't think it's protein powder.
Protein powder is an animal product.
Not like.
Well, I mean, if you get plant-based protein, but then that's way more expensive than the whey or the casein.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, red lentils
is
the cheapest thing I've got on my whole table. It is 1 cent, 1.6 cents, or say 2 cents per gram of protein.
How many things do you have listed there?
20.
What's the 20?
Protein bar.
Right.
Bulk Nutrients has a protein bar, so it gives you 20 grams of protein.
What animal products are
there? That's mainly whey casein.
No, what animal products is on the list?
So chicken breast. Some of these are maybe a little bit old, but chicken breast comes in basically 50 cents. 50 cents per gram of protein. Oh wait, no, 5 cents per gram of protein.
Was it 50 cents?
Yeah, I've got to read my decimal places properly.
If you think about your daily recommended intake of protein, that would be a lot.
I did think about timesing it by 100 so it was easier to read, but I didn't, so whatever. So chicken breast, that is not on special.
Right. Well,
so if it's on special, you can get less.
Yeah.
Like you can get.
Well, then it's how specials work.
Much closer to skim milk. So skim milk, 46 cents
Mm-hmm.
per gram of protein. No, 4.6 cents per gram of protein. I have so much skim milk through the day. Like I start my day with a coffee. I like to make the 120 grams of skim milk and a scoop of the micellar casein to make like a custard. That's so good. I love
My
that.
family, we go through liters of milk a day. Like actually, I think it was just it was yesterday or the day before. There were two. I had two long life milk, like 1 liter each containers, and like I was telling my mum that I was going to put them I was going to put them both in the fridge because I wanted like one to be cool for when I had it later in the day because I knew it would get stuck on. Or like the next day, and then I told Mum, oh, I'm going to mark this one, so we don't open the other one by accident and have two going at the same time, so one of them doesn't go off. And by like that afternoon, like yeah, Mum, we didn't need to bother marking the first one because we'd already finished both of them.
Yeah, I always have two in the fridge. So my family has the full cream milk and I have skim milk.
Yeah.
But I always have two going.
Yeah.
So the one that's closest to the door handle, furthest from the hinge, is the current one, and then there's the other one. And if I straddle, like I'd get half a cup from one, I'm not getting from the pantry shelf. Room temperature, half room temperature glass of skim milk. Disgusting. Yeah. So micellar casein, that's what I'm having right now actually. That's nice slow digesting protein. Very fancy. That's just behind 5 cents per gram of protein. Different options, like if you go up to whey protein concentrate, then that's 6 cents per gram of protein. If you go up to whey protein isolate, then that's 7 cents per gram of protein. But those as well, I'm factoring in the bulk. So with bulk nutrients, you could buy 5 kilos.
How much is 5 kilos?
It's cheaper than...
how much is 5 kilos like as an actual cost?
So of the micellar casein, if you buy 5, then they're $37 each.
Right. 5 kilos for 37.
No.
Oh, right.
If you buy one, it's $43
Yeah.
per kilo. But if you buy 5 kilos, then it's $37 per kilo. So whatever 5 times that is, 150 plus some. Some. Beef mince. I've got this here. It's all the way up at 7 cents. So even like beef mince, probably looking at one of the cheaper ends of things. I haven't noted if I've gone Heart Smart or bulk. I think that's bulk. That's expensive. Anyway, you may as well get whey protein isolate for that price.
No, I'd prefer beef mince anyway. Because beef mince has a lot more than just protein in it, and it's also tastier. So.
I love milk though.
Yeah, but you can drink milk without the stuff in it.
And this is the opposite. This is milk products filtered down so that it's really protein focused.
Right.
So you get rid of the other stuff, so it's no fat, no bunch of other things. You're really just spinning out the protein.
Right.
So that you can amp up how much protein is absorbed into the water that you consume that way.
But the other stuff in milk is also good for you.
Yeah, sure. So I still drink heaps of skim milk and stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of getting, what is it, like 23 grams of protein, bang, like that's so easy for hitting.
Like how many grams of protein?
23.
Oh, okay. So my smoothies each morning is more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's because.
But how much sugar have you got in it?
Not a lot.
How much fruit are you putting in it?
Well, it's mostly banana, some mixed berries and stuff.
That's a lot of sugar.
It's compared to what most people eat and have for breakfast. Compared to the average bowl of cereal, it's nothing.
I don't eat cereal.
Yeah.
That's nothing. People talk about like the average bowl of cereal combined with like a thing of orange juice is basically a dessert. In terms of like nutrients,
Yeah,
it's a dessert.
The
a
healthiest
lot-
thing is the milk in that.
Yeah, it's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Chunk of carbs as well. Actually, speaking of, have you seen RFK Jr. and Trump have put out their new food pyramid?
And it's all Kellogg's.
It's because of what the one used to be, it used to be like the bottom of the pyramid was very large and that was all the grains and stuff. So I think
A lot of carbs.
at one point it was 6 to 11 serves, which is an insane
That's a lot
amount.
of carbs.
And then at the very top it was like small amounts of like meat and stuff, small amounts of dairy. Their one is like high amounts of like protein, like meats, dairy. They
I'm like, all meat and
vegetables.
dairy.
No, it's like this. So it's like well, it's not the bottom. It's at the top because the pyramid goes this way. This
Oh.
way for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they just want to keep things in the right.
They've been to France,
But so
they've
it's-
been to the Louvre, and they like Iron Pay's work.
I was thinking of like the actual Louvre. Like the actual Louvre is an upside down.
Yeah, but Iron Pay has the inverted pyramid. Me neither. I can still watch documentaries at home, Will.
No, that's not the kind of documentary I watch.
I watched a documentary about Iron Pay once.
Anyways, but so it's high proteins, meats, dairy at the top, along with vegetables and a lot of fruits and stuff. The higher sugar content fruits are a little bit lower from memory, just
Yep.
like skim through it. And then it's like the grains and stuff. So they're not saying like don't have carbs, but they're saying like reduce the amount of reduce the amount of carbs people are having a day. So yeah, it's almost like I looked at that, I'm like that's almost basically my diet.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah. I think, there's enough sense around that that's the way we go.
I'm glad that happened, and that we moved on from the very, very high carb, like century diets and stuff. I think the fact that at any point like they were saying like 6 to 11 serves, that's insane. And people talk about like, oh well they eat like bread for humans have been eating bread for ages and stuff, so it can't be that bad for us. But like modern bread compared to like
What do you mean by bread?
I've seen like people making sourdough and they've called it like Bible bread. So it's using like the milling instructions in like the Old Testament, and they've also been buying their own grains and stuff before it's been treated, bleached, and everything that happens to it. And that has a lot of more nutrients than the bread that we have now. A lot of the bread that we have.
A lot more texture too.
Yeah, it's tastes better for you.
Well, just
in
say
my
it has more taste doesn't mean it tastes better.
Well, in my opinion, I would rather sourdough than like a loaf of bread, like a square.
Imagine trying to do fairy bread on sourdough though.
True, but a lot of the bread, like the sandwich bread and stuff, like it's like a large part of it is like canola oil and stuff.
My favourite oil.
Yeah.
Just because I know what rapeseed is really called. Anyway.
We've always got to monetize us.
That's just what canola's called.
Yeah.
That's the name of the crop. Anyway.
Yeah.
What a marketing strategy
I've
to
been
not
trying-
call it that.
Yeah. There was a type of fish. I think it was like a deep sea fish. It was related to the blobfish. And they kept like in a lot of
The
their
clobfish.
in a lot of their like deep sea fishing and like all that kind of stuff. They kept getting it as bycatch, which is like extra things that they normally throw away. But they kept getting it, and they're like, everyone who sees a photo of this, and everyone who knows the name, like it was similar to the blobfish. It was gross. No one would want to eat this.
No one wants it.
So they changed the name, and then they almost went extinct from the amount of people who were asking for the fish and the massive increase in demand. But yeah, I was watching that.
Those TikTokers selling out all the cottage cheese.
This is long stuff.
I don't have cottage cheese on this. Oh no, I do have cottage cheese on the list. It's 10 cents per gram of protein. One thing I do have a lot of is the canned tuna, and because it's so convenient and easy, and so I'm paying for convenience more than anything.
Yeah.
And so then that's
I normally get
7.5 cents
I
per gram.
normally have
of
a couple
protein.
of cans of tuna because where I work we have tuna in the staff room. So that's what I'll have. Normally have a tuna sandwich with a couple of tin cans, a couple of cans of tuna.
Why don't you just have a couple of cans of tuna? What are you doing with the bread for?
sometimes I want to look because sometimes I haven't had like any bread or carbs or anything that day. I might want something. Actually, my most recent shift, I did bring 2 pieces of sourdough from home because I was looking at the because I was looking at the ingredients of the loaves they have in the staff room. Like, I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut out like canola oils and most stuff as much as possible. So.
Yeah, and like, because I get it, like the fat is flavour. Harley Quinn says that. Fat is flavour.
Well, there's different types of fat. And the canola oil fat isn't, because canola oil used to
pretty
be
light.
Well, the thing is, there's more than just like the fat content. It was a byproduct from like manufacturing and that kind of stuff. And they also, and I don't know how accurate this post is. I was watching a post that was talking about like, it was like post World War II. There was like an excess of like coconut oils and everything. They fed so they gave it to
put it in your hair.
They gave it to like farmers and stuff. Farmers tried to use it, but then it made like, but it gave the animals like too
The
much
cows had too much glorious hair.
They had like too much energy and everything from that. So they switched to soybean and like canola and vegetable oil, and then they became really sluggish and they were gaining a lot of weight. And that's what a lot of farms use that to fatten up their produce. But then we're also using that, and I'm like,
to fatten us up.
Well, that's the thing where I'm like, well, yeah.
But it's tasty and easy to eat. Down it goes.
That's always good.
Up you go. Yep.
I've been using butter for like everything that I cook on the pan. Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have beef tallow. That's something that I've thought about switching to.
Yeah. Bit of beef tallow. One thing I like to do in terms of this list is red lentils, such a winner, but lentils on their own, bit weird. I've tried some different things.
Add them to a smoothie.
Red lentils.
Yeah.
It's such an earthy flavour. I've tried doing lentils something sweet, but lentils should just be savoury. So I do them with beef mince and a jar of passata, and so I just cook that all up and then divvy that out into a bunch of meals. And I think that's the way. That, yeah. It's good. Yeah. Are you tracking your...
I'm not tracking anything.
Not tracking anything?
There have been a few times when I've tried to set up different systems of tracking habits in tracking calories and workouts and everything. But every single time, and it's always the same thing, it's always there's something wrong with the system I'm using that, like, I've tried using like spreadsheets and that kind of stuff, but there'll just be something the way that it's formatted that I can't change that will just pull me off from it.
Yeah.
It's a very weird. I like everything to be like hyper precise, but at the same time, I'm not competent enough to come up with my own system. So I'm constantly stuck in the middle ground of. I don't mind a system that's like messy and like a bit over the place. I can handle that. Like that's what most of my schoolwork and everything was organised in. But when it comes to like tracking things, I don't have a clean system at all.
Fair enough. I got a notebook. I don't know what the brand is. They've got all different kind of things. I know one of the notebooks is Fast Brain Friend. It's alright. I don't know. But they had a workout tracker, and I've used it different to the way they'd set it out. I was like, I'm not using a whole page every workout. Make it all tight. But I've found it just helpful tracking. All right, this is the exercise I've done, and this is the weight that I've hit and the reps that I've hit. Yeah. Okay, I should push for more than that. I've slowed down on that at the gym. I think because everything was so different as I started at the gym, but I need to get back on to using that tracker just so that I can keep pushing into. Look, last week I did the 27.5s fine. I need to start with the 30s this week. Get the 30s up to whatever point. Okay, I can see I've tracked. I'm actually doing this well. I find the same thing with diet. I think just by tracking my intake with this app, which some of the app data that it has, I forget what it's called, but whatever, just get a free app. Some of the data is submitted by other people, and people miss a decimal point or something insane, and I'm like, no, bassa fillets don't have that much protein in them. Why have you tried to say this? Or like, so there's some things where it's like, it's a little bit skewed, but you just find the right thing, or you
Yeah.
put your own food in. Yeah, it's good.
Mm.
And I find just by the fact that I'm tracking, it slows me down on snacks through the day, because it's the extra snacks through the day that get me. That I go, oh, just another nut bar now,
Yeah.
just another packet of chips now.
Mm-hmm.
That it just, there's too much. But if I'm tracking, I go, oh, I'd have to put that in the system. And I've thought about it, and I've budgeted my calories for the day, and I know what I'm aiming for. And know that I'm aiming for a certain amount of protein. So
Yeah.
it's a bit low.
I think I'm just looking at the time. I think this would be a good spot to call a break.
Yep.
So to our viewers, we'll see you soon. We're deciding to introduce a new format. So we're going to have a short short half of the episode and a longer half of the episode, and we're going to release those separately.
Separate podcasts
Yeah.
on the same day.
Yeah, same day, same thing. They'll be like
A and
connected.
B. Is that how it's going to be? Numbered episodes,
I was thinking-
and then this will be A and B, or
Oh yeah, actually, I was going to do a part 1, part 2, but yeah, the lettering that works as well.
yeah.
Yeah, and also for those who, well, why would you know? We are filming this a week from when the episode will be released. So when we're filming this, tomorrow, episode 1's coming out. Episode 1, part A and B, because I wasn't bothered to edit it. So
One.
yeah, so we will be talking about stuff that happened a week ago. When you see this. But for us, it'll happen like the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of when we read your comments and when they can be
Yeah.
included, that's in the future for us.
And yeah, so actually, yeah, so this is the episode especially to give us your, well, actually, no, last episode.
Give us
episode
any feedback any old time.
Yeah, send feedback anyway. But episode 1, if you put feedback on episode 1, we will be able to see it before we record episode 3. Episode 3 is where we'll probably have our format figured out, how we want the podcast to look figured out.
The Revenge of the Sith.
If we're going to talk about that, we can talk about that. We're going to maybe work on the set a little bit more, and by that we're going to put any effort into it whatsoever.
Look at my nice.
No, I mean, like, we can put something back here.
Actually, we're going to need to move location soon.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Oh, no, this is so... Okay, so we just came back from our break from what was going to be part A, but in discussion, we realised that that bit was too long to be a part A. So, we are now recording our end of part B. So we're going to say goodbye. So, it's great talking
Goodbye.
with you. So this is how we're going to finish our second episode. But now we're going to go record part A.